Sales and promotions are great for your business. Yeah, it's a great way to lure people into your stores. And if you're not doing sales, you're not doing promotions, you really should be. And welcome everybody. My name is Charles Owen. Thank you for coming to the webinar today. We're going to be discussing how we can simplify the sales with Paladin. This is a kind of a 101 review on how to build sales, how to build promotions, both sale list specific items as well as doing sales by department or supplier or other criteria. So just a couple of things. We are going to be recording this, and you will be able to see this in the next few hours, I would imagine, on our portal site, portal.paladinpos.com, or on the help menu. Just select the webinars, and you'll go right to all the different webinars. Other than that, let's go ahead and get started. So what we're going to learn today is some of the benefits of the sales and promotions and trade discounts, what the basic structure of a sale is, how to create a sale, how to import a sale list. That's really key, really simplifies the process. How to set up and activate sales in Paladin using the pricing plans, and how to create a blanket pricing plan that's not associated with the sale list, as well as how to print a sales report and export data for signs, and then how to print bin tags for sale items. Benefits of sales provides upsell opportunities. It helps to stimulate new customer acquisition. So it gets people into your store that otherwise would not have a reason to go there, incentivizes local businesses and loyal customers to shop more often. It can increase the average ticket price as well through the sale of blind items purchased with those items on sale. Very typically, you'll put those sale items in the back of the store, so they have to walk down some aisles. Might jog their memory that they need some other products, and thereby increasing the invoice amount. And then it draws customers into your store, as well as gives your store a competitive edge over the competition. Everybody loves a bargain, and if, like I said, if you're not doing sales, you should be. It's very easy to set up in Paladin, and you can pretty much automate this so that you can just set a start date and a stop date, and you don't have to think about it again. It's a great thing. So the basic structure of a sale in Paladin is just this. If you want to sell individual items for a sale price, so you want to identify some items in your store that you want to put on sale, you will need a sale list, and then you need to activate that sale list with a pricing plan. Pricing plan is basically the activator. It's the yeast in the bread that's going to bring the sale list to life. Secondly, you don't have to have a list of sale items. You can be very general and just say, I want to include all sales by department or class or supplier or date range. So you can set up very general sales. So if you happen to have a supplier that says, hey, I'm going to give you a 10% discount on your cost if you will do a weekend of 10% off for your customers. And then that way you can set a blanket pricing plan that covers all items for that particular supplier. So the pricing plans are not dependent on the sale list, where the sale list is dependent on the pricing plan. So let's go over that first structure, the sale list plus a pricing plan. So how do we do this? Well, the first thing is we go to File, Setup, on the Paladin point of sale. Then you're going to, in the setup, you're going to select Sale List. That is where you configure all of your sale items. Secondly, you go down to the first pane there, it's called Sales, and you select New. You then call it something, give it a title. You can call it, whatever the sale is going on. Just name it so that you know what the sale is, and then give it an ID number. You can use a unique ID number. There's usually a range of ID numbers that have already been used. Just start with the next one that isn't in use. I've got number 30 on this one. Second thing we have to do is further on down the page, you have the sale items pane. In there, we want to add items. So we go to new under the sales items. We enter a part number, we enter a price, and then we hit save and we move on. And you just keep adding your products. Now, if you happen to have 50 products or 100 products, you're probably thinking, wow, it's a lot of effort to get these sale items in there. Well, it isn't, because you can import them in. So there is a method that can easily bring in a spreadsheet or a text file of items that you want to put on sale. And all you need are 2 columns: part number and sale price. The header isn't really important. I've just made them descriptive here, but it is important to have a header. So anything for a header. If you do not have a header, the first item will act as your header. So that item would not be part of the sale then. So definitely have a header on both of those columns, and then save it as a text file. So then to add this, you go to select a sale list or create a new one. Next, you're going to go to the sales pane and hit edit. You must hit edit, and then you will see the import button light up. So when you press import, you're now going to choose the file containing the items, hit enter, and voila, all of those items in that spreadsheet will instantly go into that sale items list. And press save, and you're done. The sale list importer is fast and easy method for creating a sale list. You can also use the RF gun. You can walk down your aisles, and there's an article on this on KBA 26548, how to use the RF unit to import a sale list and activate a sale. So it can really simplify the process. Rather than writing it down on a piece of paper and type it in the system, just take the gun and walk around and scan the items that you want to put on the sale list. In addition, we've recently added a new feature. It may or may not be in your software today, but it is coming out shortly if it isn't. But under the Paladin Insight, we've added a new feature called the clearance feature. It will identify products that are not turning, that have not moved, and allow you with one click of a button to put those into a cascading sales plan or pricing plan. So we'll add a discount of your percentage that you want for the first time around. The second time around, you can add a deeper or steeper discount. And this just automates the creation of the sale list for those non-performing inventory assets. And also, this is going to be available on the RF terminal or RF gun as well. So if you take the RF gun, you walk around your store at any time, you can just scan an item and say, put this on the clearance list. Boom, done. You don't have to think about it again. That item is now going to be on sale. So that is coming shortly, but the clearance feature you should have, if not now, in the coming weeks. All right, so now we have a sale list. Now what do we do? How do we activate that sale list? Well, you need to use the pricing plan to activate a sale. So on the sale list, on the third pane down, it says pricing plans. And on that pane, you're going to want to hit create a new pricing plan. And well, before that, you save the sale list that we were doing before, and then create a new pricing plan. And this will pull up, it'll just take you right to the pricing plan. Now, can you get to pricing plan without being in the sales list? Yes, there is a tab for the pricing plan in the setup menus, but you can very quickly and easily go to create a new pricing plan right from the sale list. And the neat thing about that is, in this case, it will automatically pull over the sale list ID for starting and ending sale list ID. So 30 was our sale list ID number. That is the range that we want, and it automatically places that where it should be. Next, you're going to hit new. You're going to create a pricing plan name. Can it be the same as the sales list? Sure, if you want it to be. You definitely want it somehow to be somewhat descriptive. And then apply to all transactions. You want to check this if it is a store-wide promotion for everybody. If it is just something that is for an individual or for a company, that more or less a trade discount or a secret sale, then definitely do not hit this button. Otherwise, it will go to every transaction, anybody and everybody. Continue on. There's another button down a little bit further down, says respect minimum margin. Now that just helps you not sell products under the minimum margin that you've selected for your store or for department. Those are the minimum margins that we can set. We can set it across the board for all items, and then we can even tighten it up to make it very specific for certain departments. So if you want to respect the minimum margin on your promotions and sales, you can do that. So it may not give the full 10% if it breaches or exceeds that that discount, or if that discount exceeds a margin, the minimum margin. Okay. Next, you get into setting a date range. So you'll have to click on the little checkbox date range to activate the date range, and you put in a starting and an ending date. So you can make your sales and make your promotions for the entire year at one sitting. You can just sit down and say, I want to put all these products on sale in July, all these products on sale in August, and so on. And you can just go up and set up your sales, and then you don't have to think about it again, ever, because you're going to have a beginning date. So at midnight on that date, the sale starts, and at midnight on the ending date, it'll end. Now, because we are using predefined sales items and predefined sale prices, you don't need, and you can't actually fill in the a range of department or class or subclass or supplier. We've elected to have this pricing plan look at one file and one file only. That is the sale list 30, with the ID of 30. Following below that, you have discount or markup, cost by cost or retail price, and the amount of the discount. You don't want to use this because, again, we've already factored in and added a price that is a sale price. So the regular price is still the regular price. The sale price is the price that you put into the sale list. All right. Now, the next pricing plan or the next sale we're going to talk about is not on specific items. The one we just went through was creating a sale list, putting specific items on it, creating a pricing plan to activate that sale list. Now we're talking about not using the sale list at all. We're just going to go into the pricing plans. And here we're going to create a blanket pricing plan. So you just go, into the pricing plan tab. So you go to File, Setup, Pricing Plan, and you select New. Next, you're going to put in a name. You're going to name whatever your pricing plan you want to name. Next, you're going to do what we did before. You're going to apply this to all transaction, or this is going to be private for individuals or companies. In other words, trade discounts. Next, you're not going to use a sale list range. This you leave empty because we're doing a carte blanche or a global pricing plan that's going to encompass a lot of products or products in a specific department, class, subclass, or supplier range. So we are not using the sale list. Again, for when you're doing a blanket pricing plan, you're not having to reference a sale list because, again, we're going for a broader range of products. That being said, the next is setting up your departments, your classes, ranges, your subclasses, and your supplier. Now you can have multiple of these or just select a particular department. Say I want my department for power tools to be on sale 5%. You can just go in department and set that department ID range starting at, let's say it had department 10 was power tools. So you have 10 for the beginning department and 10 for the ending department. Or if you wanted to do it across multiple departments, you can do that as well. Also, if you want to add and refine that, you can add a class as well, or you can just do it on a class, not a department. Same with subclass and supplier. All right, moving on to number 5. Optionally, you can set a date range with a beginning and ending date range. Again, you'll check that date range box, put in a start date, an end date, good to go. And then after that, now we define what's the discount that we want to give here. Is it a discount, number one, or is it a markup? And if it's a markup, is it on the cost, the market, or retail price? And then you also have, what's the percentage? So you can do a discount off of retail price of 10% across the board for everybody in every item in this department or class or whatever parameters you set up above. So, or you can set it to do a markup, and that markup again could be on market cost, last cost, or average cost. And then you put the percentage there, what you want for a markup. Now, remember, markup is different than margin. So if you want a particular margin, then you want to make sure you put in the markup amount that's going to equate to that margin. And I think a 30% margin or a 30% markup is equivalent to, I could be wrong about this, but I think it's a 23% margin. But there are all kinds of formulas that you can run and tables that you can find on the internet for the difference between markup and margin. But you definitely want to put a market or markup percentage that's going to equate to the margin that you're looking for on those specific sale items. Okay, that's just information that most everybody in retail knows that, but some people don't know the difference, which is fine. Now, if I look at the pricing plan range choices, you've got department range, you've got class, subclass, supplier, a date range, of course, and then you can either do a discount or markup, and then a percentage of that discount or markup. So we're just looking at this in a different format. This is the same information that we viewed on the previous screen. Now, navigating between the sales list and the pricing plan. There is an easy way to do this. So you don't have to go back to the menu and select pricing plans or back to the menu and select sale list. In the sale list, under the pricing plans pane, easy for me to say, pricing plans pane, you'll see where it says sale list in the center there. There is a button where you can jump to the pricing plan, either create a new one or hit edit. If it's already been established, just press edit and it will take you to the pricing plan. Now, if you're in the if you're in the pricing plan and you want to go to that sale, in this case, there's a sale list range, number 30 is the ID. You press go to sale, you'll go right to that ID sale list. So there's a way to jump between them. Just a little tip. Also, if you notice on the left-hand side under pricing plans, under that bottom screen, it shows active and inactive, so you can easily remove these sales and it goes into inactive, so you can inactivate them and then reactivate them if you want. And then under that it says all. Well, there's a drop down that lets you separate out the different types of sale, whether it's a instant savings sale or an advanced sale or just a standard sale. These are ways that you can reduce the amount of information that shows up in that search pane. All right, we're getting close here. How to print a sales report and export data for signs. So in the sales list tab, you've got the word print on there as a option, and then print sign. If you select number 3, print, it's going to print a PDF of these sale items. It's going to include the part number, description, stock on hand, retail price, and sale price. So you're going to see the 2 prices right there, the retail and the sale price. If you select number 4, you are going to print to a sign. You're going to export that data so that you can print signs through Microsoft Access. So when you press print sign, it's going to come up and say export the data for signs, give it a start date and an ending date, and then you can either append the existing sale sign file that's there from before, or you can just say overwrite. Most of the time you're going to want to overwrite it. Overwriting it will just create a brand new set of signs for these particular items on this sale list. All right. Once it's created, then you'll just go to Microsoft Access. So you get to there through the reports menu tab at the very top, select Microsoft Access templates. You're going to select sale signs on the list. I don't have that screen here, but it says sale signs on there. And then you're going to select your desired type of sign and size. So we print a full page, 8.5 by 11, a half page, and in this, what you're seeing right up here is a split up into 4 different 4 signs to a page, which you would then cut out and put in your plastic holders. Now, if you want to see a list of all of these, you can go into our LTSR, stands for labels, tags, signs, and reports. So just go to the Paladin knowledge base or portal.paladinpos.com and search for LTSR, and you'll have a link to the catalog, which is about 45 pages of all the different sales signs, tags, item tags, bin tags, custom tags, plant tags, and some custom reports, and of course the signs, as I mentioned. How to print tags for sale items. So just go, so this is not a sign, this is a bin tag. So you can actually produce a bin tag for your sale items that has regular price and sale price. Many of you may not know that. So under the reports module, just go to reports, select labels, and on the bottom right-hand side, the report list, you've got sale tag format number 1. We have one format for a sales tag, and it works quite well. You just select that, and then you go in and it asks for a beginning and ending sale list. So what sale list do you want to point at to get your prices in your items or your sales prices? So prerequisite, sale list must have your sale prices in it. So how we created the sale list, where we put the product ID or the product part number, and then we put the sale price. That is what we need. If you have a sale list with no sales price, you're not going to get a sale sign. So you must have a sale price. Does that mean you can do this for all items when you create a pricing plan? No. If you have a pricing plan, global or a blanket type of sale, it does not include sale prices. That is a formula that we use based on the percentage that you add. So there, you cannot generate those labels this way, but there is a way to do it. You can just go into your sale list, add those retail or add those sale prices, and you're good to go. So you can run that formula, whatever you have on the blanket pricing plan, run that formula, put it into a sales list, import it in, just takes minutes, and now you've got your report ready to go. So now select your beginning and ending sale, hit run report, and then what happens is it produces. Now this is an excerpt of what is in the LTSR, so we have all kinds of examples of different reports. And what you'll see here is, a 0 for sale price, a 0 for regular price, then you got your part number, description, your barcode, your alternate part number, and location and date. This is where that information will appear. And of course, the sale price will be the bigger one, and then the regular price will be the smaller one. It's a great tag, works really well when you're trying to move product. All right, folks, we are through this presentation, and I really appreciate it. Now, the next one that we have is on April 2nd. It is on the new Paladin Insight clearance feature. It'll help you clean up your inventory. That is at 9 a.m., same time, Pacific time, on April 2nd, which is a Tuesday. I just want to verify that because I thought it was a different date, but that's okay. Yeah, let's just go with that. Let's see, April 2nd is a Tuesday. Perfect. All right, so stay tuned for that. We'd love to have you there. Thank you for attending this. I don't see any questions. So again, I just thank everybody that's here. I know this was kind of a basic, back to basics, but it's a good refresher if you don't do sales very often. You've got all kinds of webinars you can choose from in our database when you go to the portal.paladinpos.com. We also have a retail science which you can read our articles and that we syndicate to different publications on how to be more successful in retail. So again, thank you for attending. Since there's no questions, I'm just going to sign off. God bless everybody. And until next time, stay safe.